YouTube, what the crap's going on? Welcome back to the Carthaginian Republic. I am the heir of Carthage, of course, because I don't know who would have hijacked my channel and claimed to be me. But then again, that's what they would want you to think, right? Welcome back to the Republic of Carthage, and we're going to continue our campaign here. Wow. That is quite the rebel stack that popped up outside Lugdunum. I think we can defeat it. Oh, look. We did have one come of age, which is good, because our faction leader is getting pretty old here. May have to put him out to pasture. Let him just start to recover. Got Narbo, and this guy's getting pretty old too here, our faction heir. So hopefully we've got some kids coming of age. Let's actually go check that and see where we're at as far as family members coming of age. Get the pop-out family tree here. We got Hannibal, who just came of age. We've got Xenophanes, who's 12. Have this daughter, who looks like she's married. Picked up this general. What's at? I don't know, I get confused with all these. New baby there. Family's branching out nicely here. Look at this. Got the son. What? How did this happen? Adopted, maybe? This guy adopted a guy older than him, I hope? I mean, it doesn't look like a marriage. If it was a marriage, they'd be tied together across, so I guess we adopted this guy. Hey, I'll take it, whatever. Here's the guy who just came of age. Ended up being the only child from that. Then we got Juba over here, who's the only child so far, so at age 11. So, I mean, we have a lot of characters potentially coming of age. So the family should continue to grow nicely. Assuming I don't get them all killed. You know, which sounds like a thing that I'm capable of. Large towns. I don't know if Lamonum was so small. Large town, yeah. I mean, these barbarians apparently have been raising up lots of warband trash stacks because they just do not have hardly any troops present. I about have the infantry corps together for Hannibal's army. We'll only need one more turn. Then he'll need to cross over to Sicily.
Aye, great lord. Set sail.
There we go. Got the ships on the way to pick them up. Let's me train here. We can train slingers here too. But I'm already training slingers over here, so we should be okay. I'll figure out the rest of the army when we get it put together. I'm gonna need a fleet to pick them up.
Aye, great lord.
These ships get trained? I don't think they did. We train these ships. The Romans dumped off some more sacrificial troops for the slaughter here. I don't want these elephants to keep taking damage. I'm gonna actually move them back over here. I can't retrain them here. When the ship comes over, I may send them back to Carthage and then retrain them. Alright, now we don't have to worry about the elephants, so let's take this army and attack here against Captain Numerius. Is that supposed to be like a joke, like numerous? Wow, he inflicted a lot of casualties on us, which seems wholly unrealistic, but sure. Whatever makes you feel better about losing, Roman. Alright, start retraining some ships. Units. Alright. What we need to do? We got a ton of money, so we probably need to go set up some buildings. Scalabus cannot build. The Meaty can. I just don't think Scalabus can. Oh, it's still quite small. I don't have a governor sitting at Demeti, so an academy won't do me much good. Probably out here. Let's focus on some income. Probably makes the most sense. How close is Tingy again? 5675, so pretty close to a growth at 6,000. And let's put in some roads at Narbo. Massilia is quite unhappy, as expected. It's like people don't enjoy being conquered by me. I'm offended. I'm truly offended.
Sire! Sire! Attack!
Alright, listen, rebel scum. Going down. What do they got? They got naked fanatics. Their general is in a peasant unit, so that speaks volumes about their preparation. There's a lot of them, just very low quality. I know how to fix low quality. It's under trampling of hoof. So we will give these peasants a good trampling, because clearly the auto-resolve thinks they're very dangerous to me. I can probably get a little bit YOLO with my faction leader, because he's close to death, and this is his only child. And he's not likely to have any more. I mean, unless he and his wife are going to pull off a miracle of biology and have a child that late. Alright.
Units! Units! Units, run! Cavalry! Cavalry!
We cannot retrain any of her units here, so I may try and pick up some... May try and pick up some mercenaries after this fight. Yeah, you know what? I'll get a little bit YOLO with my faction leader. What they got here? Naked Fanatics. I'm not gonna go straight into them though.
Hurry!
Go for their cavalry. I'm gonna double up on the better infantry units. Not that they're good, and I'll just basically ignore the peasants. Alright, let the attack commence. The peasant scum are already fleeing. I can't say I'm shocked.
This general is the perfect enemy. He does not
Get surrounded right here by peasants. It's actually not a great situation for us.
Killing him?
Barbarian peasants still holding on. Hang in there, Iberians. Air is coming to your rescue.
These men are perfect. They are running from the battle in terror.
Alright, let's run down a bunch of these rebel scum. Anytime you want to go over here and start killing these units, feel free. There you go. Alright, so that ought to do it.
Victory is yours.
Yeah, what did you think of that auto-resolve? You were only wrong by a lot, you know? Just a lot. Small margin difference there, small margin.
Victory is ours, mighty one!
Alright, small margin indeed. Let's take this army out and look for some mercenaries.
Forward!
Because we're Carthage, and we like mercenaries. Oh boy, yeah, there's a lot of barbarian mercenaries here. You know, we could just pull in these barbarian mercenaries to hold the settlement. Can we leave them
Forward!
as the garrison? I think we can.
Forward!
Yeah, I mean, the local populace probably likes them better than they do us, to be quite frank. There we go, we'll leave the babysitters. And I think I'm going to go replenish these troops so that we'll get a chance to head up here to the next large town on the menu. I mean, we could probably just grab more mercenaries across the line here.
Onward!
Feasibly, right? Nope.
Sire!
I don't know, we'll try it on the next one. But there we go, we got some mercenaries. I mean, they're not going to have an easy time breaking through 4 warbands with this trash that's around here. Not before I could get back to them, potentially. And then we can potentially disband these warband later. If I'm able to bring some reinforcements to bear. We should be able to disband these peasants now. Just to be certain, I'll take them all the way up into the town. Let's see. Disband.
Mighty general!
That's close enough. Disband. Alright, there we go. Help boost the population at Scalabus up.
Sire!
Well, consequently,
Forward!
getting rid of some of the rabble-rousers from Cordoba. So, win-win-win. Tingy's still mad about the people I sent over there. They didn't like my pleasure cruise dumping off all the riffraff from Thapsus.
Aye, great lord!
Need to retrain. Were these ships? Yeah. That's what we're doing. Okay, good. I don't think there's anything else I can do on this turn. I think we just have a large surplus of cash, which is not a bad problem to have. I don't want to recruit anything from Lepsis because we're trying to grow that town. Is it Lepsis where we need to retrain, though? Yeah, we do. I'll eat up a little bit of that growth we've been aiming for. This is growing decent down here. I wonder if we could do the same thing, get some mercenaries, and then disband
Mighty
them.
general, march!
Yes, we can.
My liege,
Right.
move out!
There's a mercenary to citizen program here. Boy, look at that. Now we're talking. Fixed it. Now Nepta can grow. And I can probably just disband the rest of those mercenaries over time too to help buff up the population some more. I bet we could do the same thing at Lepsis. To help make up for the population we use. Let's try it.
Mighty general!
I mean, why wouldn't we?
Order, sire! Onward!
Yeah, sure enough. Perfect. I mean, I got the income to burn, so this doesn't really seem like a bad idea. Unless someone can tell me why it is, and they'll be like, oh my gosh, Air, that's a bad idea. There you go. Mercenaries to citizens. The Republic of Carthage. You, too, can become a citizen through service. Boy, now I'm starting to sound like Starship Troopers. Alright, dropped off some population there. Hannibal's army's almost done. I think we checked. Oh, Sirta can have a building. You can have a building, and you can have a building. Tingi cannot, Scalibus cannot, Asterica cannot. Okay. Town expands, Nepte, but we took care of that, so it is time to end the turn. My diplomat headed down to scout out Rome. See what kind of forces we'll be up against. Holy mother of Gauls. That is a big Gaul army here. Not a particularly powerful one, as it's just skirmishers and Joe Dirt warbands. Now they do have a Forester warband. Now this is a respectable archer unit that can fight with a spear and melee. Again, it says here good stamina, fast moving trait, flaming missile. That's a good archer unit. Now they don't have a lot of them, so can't say I'm particularly worried about it. So I'm just gonna take them on here, fight our way through, and then go replenish this army while our mercenaries hold Lamonum. It's a nice little contract we got there, little contract labor to hold on to our new settlement. Hiring the disaffected locals to repress the people whom they are a part of. Makes a lot of sense. Hiring Gauls to oppress other Gauls.
Many brave soldiers have seen the dawn. How many will see the sun sing in the west? How many of the enemy already pray for night?
Alright. Said our faction leader is near to death. I don't really want to kill him early, but if he dies, it is not the end of the world. He's lived a long and productive life and has seen his child grow.
Units! Double time! Units! Units! General!
Alright, there we go. This should work. This formation is just fine. Kind of push up like this. Hurry up and get in their face.
Units!
I want to charge any of these warband. Head on, let's fall back right here. Fall back here.
Attack! Attack! This unit!
Now we can move back around that flank. I'm going to deny the flank here and just kind of hold the middle. It's just a barbarian cavalry, so I'll keep an eye out for it, but
Units!
that's actually not good. We got... I really like the way that we getting caught up here. Let's split up so I can... I need to land at least one rear charge here. So I'm going to have to split up. Barbarian cavalry heading into our flank. That's not ideal for me. I may lose a unit here. Ooh, they got hit hard. I cannot get these infantry units to commit to a fight. I'm gonna flank that barbarian cav. There we go, I actually got a route.
Enemy general shows his value.
And
He's
the enemy
filled
general
only
died.
by a desire to save his own skin. The enemy general has been killed.
Our cavalry
Now we
through.
will see the measure of his soldiers'
Fixing.
courage.
Okay, yeah, here we go. Now we're talking. Let's get in it. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Hang on, hang on, hang on. I didn't authorize this attack. I'm supposed to just be on a holding maneuver here. Let's go chase this one down. These two can attack that warband, get supported by these cavalry units. Run an attack there. Need to transfer this cavalry back this direction. Just take one out there. Wow, I didn't expect that unit to rout that quickly, but I will take it. Actually send this beat up unit to run the routing units down. A little support over here, send our faction leader into a charge there. Okay, rear charge there. Some infantry to reinforce that fight. Alright. We have the enemy fleeing. All we have left over here is the Forester warband. I prefer to have some infantry support, because light cavalry will take a lot of damage from that unit. Even heavy cavalry could potentially take a lot of damage because it's a spear-wielding unit. They have that bonus versus infantry. Oh, yeah, like right here. Just plow right into them, apparently, with that round shield. So I'd like to fix them with the Iberians. Then bring in the support. Once they get fixed and they turn their back to me, will be the time to charge.
Enemy flee! Chase them from the field and give them no rest or pity.
Alright, you heard him. No rest or pity. I don't really remember ever feeling any pity for the Gauls. Well, I mean, I might. They're getting beat up really bad. Like, they're taking egregious losses. Has to be many a widow and Gaul at the hands of Carthage. Alright, let's exit this battle. It's another
Your victory.
slaughter of Gauls on the records. Didn't start out great for me, but we managed to mop it up. So our troops held out long enough to get the job done. And that means that we've significantly beaten back their troops in the region, meaning that they aren't likely to pose any significant threat to Lamonum, which gives me the time to march back down here to Narbo to retrain and then rearm. Massilia is going to start coming under control. Let's get some town watch garrisoned and take a look at some buildings. Alright, so we got a lot of public order buildings on the way here. In fact, I'm going to let the Temple to Baal go first, then the sewer, because I think it'll be a better order in which to handle that.
Orders?
Another peasant we can disband at Scalabus. So helping the population grow there.
March! March!
Said kind of keeping the riffraff down at Cordoba. Ingi's still upset, but growing close to next growth point. Hannibal's army is ready to go, so here's Hannibal.
Orders?
Got a sacred band and some Libyan spears.
Mighty general.
We just need some boats,
Ships ready!
which I am running short of at the
Ships
moment.
ready! Ships ready!
Well, I guess these are going to be the first ones on site. It wouldn't hurt to have another ship. Let's go ahead and hire a trireme to help bolster that navy a little. We're making that move. I've got the Iberian infantry to create a new army down here at Lepsis.
Onward!
Their commander, and there is... I'll just steal the cavalry from this guy and leave him to garrison with his Iberians, and then that way we'll be ready to hit the road faster. Because it's going to take us many turns to walk to Cyrenaica. And on this particular episode, I'm kind of hoping that we can capture Lugdunum? Lugdunum. Lugdunum? Okay, Lugdunum. I'm saying that right. I'm trying. Yeah, the Gauls are in a big hurt here. They have lost a lot of territory to us. They've lost a lot of territory to us, and every big army they send after us ends up being rather quickly decimated. Probably the nice way of saying it. Let's see if that was this. Let's go ahead and put an academy there because we do have a governor who's kind of there permanently. Get some extra growth at Careless. They need it. Palma. Just go ahead and focus public order for now. Where'd they go? Public order. Well, they're pretty happy right now. Public order's not a big issue, so let's go ahead and put in the better stables. While we have the opportunity, Scalabus, we're still trying to get it to grow. It's actually quite happy right now, which is good. Tingy, ever the unhappy settlement. Alright. You're good. Yeah, we are starting to sit on a pile of cash. Which is fine, because I'm training a bunch more troops and getting ready for some rather large fights. I think we'll need to have 2 pretty sizable armies put together in Sicily. I'll have Hannibal, and then at least 1 more, and leave some garrison. And I've always got this army here on Careless that will no longer need to guard Careless if we go on the move against the Romans. And then I'm gonna leave these armies focusing on Gaul for now. I want to have at least a couple of armies in each theater. We had our movement blocked. Let's go start scouting the Romans. Should get some info on the Gauls all at the same time. Okay, they've sieged Narbo. I've got an army on the way back to retrain so we can relieve that siege. Why the screen keeps moving like that, like down towards the bottom? It's very... Maybe because I had the mouse down there whenever the turn ended.
Your obedient servant.
Atavium
Yes,
is
my liege.
rioting. I love it. I love riots when they're not against me. Let's see. Speaking of rioting, Tingy, you beautiful citizens, need to quit rioting against your overlord here. In fact, I've got some peasants to send your way. Yeah, let's take these peasants and march them over to Tingy. Alright, perfect. And then I was training some troops here, yep. And actually don't need them at the moment because we need to build a couple of things here. Let's build the temple, the sewers. Start with. I do need to send those peasants somewhere. Not gonna do me any good here. I could start marching them to Lepsis. I mean, they certainly need the growth there. I think they'll get there before Lepsis grows. It's a long walk through the desert, but hey, it's nothing that I don't mind forcing on those poor peasants. Doesn't hurt me any. Jeez, I'm cruel. Alright, here we go. There's Hannibal. His Sacred Band Corps, some Libyan infantry. Very nice units, very nice. Jump on the boats and get sailing. I'm gonna come over here to Sicily and pick up my slingers from Messana. We're nearly done training.
Engage the enemy! Victory!
Here we go. Train these troops. Messana is going to have a really hard time growing because we're just constantly retraining troops out of it. So I mean, we could transfer some population, but since I still have so much to build at Messana, to be fair though, a lot of this stuff's not terribly important, but whatever. We still have things to build. We can always eventually transfer some population over. Careless is the one that also really needs some population. And now that I'm done training stuff here, at least temporarily in Carthage, probably be a good idea to start throwing some peasants on the boats to head up to Careless so that we can expand it. Alma has some nice work on Cordoba.
Orders?
Peasants for Scalabus here.
My liege.
Keep marching these peasants up to Scalabus. Good stuff. Alright, everybody's busy. Santa, Sturica, Osca. No longer build anything in Osca either. It needs some population. Mantia. Building. Monum. Only one building I can build there right now, so let's build it.
Orders.
This army can come back and relieve the siege. Hopefully we get there in time. And this army...
Orders. My liege.
I know Narbo will be pretty upset, but I'm not going to pass up the opportunity to kill some Gauls here. I think these are both just generals. Yeah, they're both just generals. They have some swordsmen and chosen swordsmen. So somewhere they have a pretty large settlement. I'll bet it's the ones just north of Italy. It's probably their larger settlements where they're training these units. So those might be some good settlements to take. Give us a good staging ground for invading Italy. Go ahead and fight this. It's given us pretty poor chances, probably because there's 2 bodyguard units. Clearly, I am rather unconcerned about the bodyguard units. I mean, if you let them start wrapping up your flank, maybe, but...
Await my orders.
So the Gauls will probably have terrain advantage. Go in the same basic setup that I have been.
Cavalry. Units run. Units run. Move at the double.
Higher ground. Let's start the battle. Alright, Gauls, let's go. You, me, throw down. Now.
Units.
Alright. We got our attack orders. Let's get our general moving up. The Iberians are going to get the charge. Ran into these swordsmen a little bit over here. That wasn't ideal, but they are broken, so it worked out great. Let's start wrapping this up. Broke through that. Push through. Always go for the flanks, folks. Always, always, always in Rome Total War. Go for the flanks, make sure you get your charges in. The charges make a big difference in this game. Don't just sit there and take a charge. Bracing does not work the same that it does in later Total Wars, so even with infantry, you're better off to get that counter charge. At least I think you are. I'll have to test it, but I'm pretty sure you are. Alright, enemy general is dead. In fact, both bodyguards went down. I would say in a blaze of glory, but a blaze of non-glory is probably more appropriate. Suffered heavy losses. 2 more Gallic family members who are down the crapper. I don't know where they're getting all these family members. I've killed at least as many Gaul family members are in my own family, which is pretty large. So...
Victory is ours, mighty one.
Pretty impressed with the Gauls' ability to... Oh, we can take some of the population from Narbo. We need to. It's a decent-sized settlement. Okay. Good stuff. Happy with where we're at right now. Things going on. Alright, good stuff, good stuff. Going, we're slowly increasing the population. Buildings to have. I have a lot of buildings to keep me busy here, so I could bleed some of this population from Numantia up to Asturica. They're quite a ways behind. Let's do that. Osca needs some too. So Narbo was besieged, but we cleared, or no, we have not cleared off Narbo yet. We can't until next turn. Hopefully the Gauls don't attack me on this turn end. They probably should if they want to maximize nuisance to me, but I don't know if they will. But the Gauls and the Romans are going to stand together and die here. Well done. Well done.
Ships ready. Set sail.
Training. I have a pirate navy here we need to get rid of.
Ships ready.
Getting on Hannibal's fleet.
Orders.
Let's move down here all the way to this side of the settlement. Let's get this general out.
Order, my liege.
And let's
Sire.
give him...
Sire.
Okay, wait, no, he's got his Iberians. I'll give him 2 extra Iberians.
Orders.
And the
Sire,
cavalry.
my liege. Mighty general. Onward.
Lepsis won't need much of a garrison.
My liege.
Wait, I thought we had a general in there. I got
Sire.
selected. There we go.
Armies. Mighty general.
Now we can head for Cyrene. So we are on the road to Cyrene. And we are quickly getting some town watch here. Drop that one so we can go ahead and retrain one of our units. Oh no! Had a straight up rebellion outside of Tingi. That's unfortunate. I have a commander in Sirta. I can send him that way to pacify it. I guess Tingi just had enough of our rule. I wonder what kind of units they ended up with. Some decent ones.
Sire.
I could lay in an ambush. I think we can lay an ambush here.
Ambush in place.
Yep. Alright, we'll lay in an ambush. And let's
Sire.
actually send the peasants back to garrison for now.
Sire. Orders. Forward.
And now Sirta's mad.
Mighty
Come on!
general.
Give me a dang break. Maybe we can calm down Sirta. Watch it rebel too. To retake it. That'd be bloody brilliant. Let's get a bunch of town watch training there. Man, we got a stupid rebel general out here too. They would. That's okay. We're close to home on this one. Let's grab some... Ooh, we can get some elephants here too. They take 2 turns to train though. Just grab some long shield cavalry. We'll go get that rebel general.
Ships
All
ready.
right. Get Hannibal. Actually, you know
Ships
what?
ready.
Let's take this fleet
Set
here.
sail. Ships ready. Set
This fleet
sail.
around here. Back, let's
Aye,
escort.
great lord.
Let's put
Yes,
these 2
mighty
fleets
lord.
together, make it unlikely for anything to be able to knock me off while I'm on the way over here. I gotta go pick up Hannibal's sling. Oh my Julii. Welcome to the island. We got Manius Julius here. We have a decent garrison. Let's see if there's any mercenaries. I should have disbanded those mercenaries so we could let them refresh. This'll work. Got some peltists, slingers, and hoplites.
Sire.
This will
Mighty
work.
general. Forward.
Alright, so the Romans can come and fight me. Could lay an ambush for him, but I'm not going to. We're just going to fight him. Alright, we can take him. Retake Tingi, what a mess. What a mess. Turn your back on these former Numidians for 1 minute. This is what happens. Civil revolts.
My lead.
Here. My order. Oh, it's pretty funny. Come on, people. You're conquered. Just give it up. Urge Temple to Baal. Let's continue training. Town Watch. 6% public order. They're gonna be very mad.
Mighty general.
I can't leave Massilia yet. I'm gonna have to get more town watch there. Oh, okay, they broke the siege here. Fantastic. That means I can retrain quickly. Alright, let's retrain. Amonum temporarily safe, at least. I'm not making the progress I want to in this episode in terms of capturing, because I'm having to kind of bounce around and wait on public order to improve. Secret Police HQ. Syracuse. Man, the Syracuse is pretty unhappy too. What kind of garrison do we put here? So we can go ahead and train some more town watch. Trying to calm these people down. Maybe your garrison is supposed to be roughly this, you know, like proportional to the population size, I guess. I don't know.
Ready to sail.
Okay. Back. Check a few more things here. Sirta's unhappy. Take 5 turns for either one of these, but it's best bet for adding more public order.
Orders.
All right, Sirta, just hold in there, okay? Just hold in there. Good
Mighty
recruit.
general.
There's no mercenaries. Dang, I was gonna say I could recruit some mercenaries and dump them back into the settlement, but I need to hurry up over here. I guess if Sirta rebels, we'll just send another army from over here, and then that'll rebel, and we'll just have like a chain rebellion going on. So, what happens when you leave leadership in my hands? Speaking of, I'm gonna go ahead and train some extra units at Demeti to make sure we don't end up in the same boat. Okay, has grown and is growing nicely now. And our army here can continue on to Cyrene. We got a way to turn up here. Alright, let's send another one. Just want to get an eye on some of these Roman settlements. There's the Romans. Hello, Julii. Haven't slaughtered you in a while. I kind of want to let the Romans siege me.
Let us end this bloodshed.
Hang on, so Numidia would become my protectorate. That's a convenient offer. And I'm certainly not giving you Demeti. Go to heck.
Until next time.
I mean, that is absolutely insulting. Give us back our territory and we'll become your protectorate. How about you shut up and become my protectorate and give me all of your territory except for one? It's a showing of humility. Huh? How does that sound? Alright, good. Sirta's gonna calm down, so we're not gonna end up with any riots there, thank goodness. Can't afford any more riots right now. We're swamped in riots, folks. Alright, here we go. A minor city. This would be a better capture up here. Alesia is their capital, actually. It's the route.
Onward.
Oh, it's gonna be fine.
Engage the enemy.
Get on the road to Alesia. Who needs Caesar to take Alesia?
Orders. My liege.
Need Lugdunum.
Engage the enemy.
Hey, what's up, chump? Ambush, huh? Alright, I'll take it. Bring it on. Give me your best ambush. One ambush, please. It's like the drive-thru.
Await my orders.
Alright.
Infantry. Cavalry.
Oh, I'm already pretty much almost set up to what I want here.
Units. General. Double time.
That'll work.
All haste.
Let's go, Gauls. Oh, it wasn't even an ambush. I guess I just ran into him here, or it was an ambush, but then they just deployed all on one side of me. I don't know what the heck it was. I don't think it was an ambush. Let them have it, boys. Get some good old-fashioned close-ups. I know this game isn't like as graphically beautiful as some of the newer ones, but for old time's sake, get the charge there. Those painted up Gauls wearing their woad. I think that's woad. Oh, whoops. What a mistake over here. Lucky I didn't get my general killed. Alright. I mean, I probably should have been paying more attention to this whole thing. That way, I minimize losses, because we still got a town to siege. What are we fighting over here? This is a strong warband. Barbarian warlord, okay. There was only one warlord, and he's dead. Let's go ahead and end this one. Only 85 losses, that's actually not bad. Some people don't like the short battles in this game. I get why some people like longer battles in a Total War game. I think if it's a really fun and enjoyable battle, and the length is because there's a lot of interesting phases of a battle or something going on, that's fine. I don't really feel like that
Sire!
long battles are absolutely necessary, though, for sure.
Sire!
I feel like you can do just fine without them in these games. I'm gonna grab one barbarian mercenary because it's
My
available.
liege! Forward! Sire! Engage the
Alright,
enemy!
so hopefully we can hold on to Massilia. It is still pretty upset, but you're getting a decent town watch garrison set up. Narbo is pretty well protected. Lamonum is still decently protected. And peasants here. We need to march up to Asturica.
March! Forward!
Okay. Peasants training here. Speaking of peasants, let's disband these ones. We're build up the population of Scalabus.
Sire! Forward!
Cordoba likes having these extra garrison, but then I keep moving it. I guess we could train some extra town watch here. I'll hold on to it.
Sire!
Okay, that's good. What we got here? It's a small army, but this is enough.
Attack!
Get rid of these rebels.
Victory is ours, mighty one! Mighty general!
Oh yeah, they have almost nothing here. It's just the rebel general who's our biggest threat here. Now, sometimes as a Carthaginian player, you might get kind of gutsy feeling like, oh, I got long shield cavalry now. They are still a light cavalry. They're better than the round shields and going toe-to-toe with some of the stuff, but they are still a light cavalry, so don't get overly audacious
The
when
smell worse than any camel.
you go up against
is
a
the enemy.
armored bodyguard with
Fear
them.
has
That's more of a job for
unmanned.
something like Sacred
Fear
Band
of
cavalry.
You, oh brave warriors! Fear of you!
Yeah, they reek of fear.
Move at the double!
Like this, start the battle. Now, fortunately for me, my spearmen actually get a bonus versus large. I'm gonna walk everybody because this is a desert map and we can tire out really quickly. Okay, I told everybody to walk, but they didn't listen.
Forward!
Fresh. What's the well armored? Okay, they do not have a bonus in heat. They, at least it doesn't say so there. Some units are resistant to heat. I figured Libyan spearmen might be because they're Libyan,
With all haste! With
but
all haste! Move,
apparently
move.
not.
With all haste! Quickly! Kill them! Julii, move at the double!
Charge that.
Attack!
Try and swamp the rebel general with Libyan spears, and I got the charge here against him. He did not countercharge. The AI is really bad with their charges.
Kill them! Kill them! Attack! Kill them!
AI is very bad with their
Enemy
charges.
general flees like a frightened child.
Yeah, see, our Libyans
Now
cut
attack
through him
and
considerably
break the will
faster
of
than the
his
Iberians.
followers.
They're
By
more
the
armored,
gods, the
so they
enemy
took a lot
general
fewer
was a
losses.
fool.
Plus, the rebel
He
general didn't
sacrificed
charge,
himself.
so we were fortunate in that regard too. But obviously, Libyan's a much more versatile unit than Iberian infantry. Other than not having the fast-moving trait, that is, or I don't think, no, Iberians don't even have the fast-moving trait either, so never mind.
Victory! Mighty
Fast-moving
general!
is always a nice trait to have on a unit because it means they can stay ahead of stuff quite well.
Mighty general!
I forgot to put the elephants on the ships over here because I haven't.
Aye, great lord!
Alright, let's get Hannibal's
Aye, my lord.
troops here.
My liege. Yes, mighty lord.
Got 12 units. I mean, to be fair... Oh, I need my cavalry. I never picked up my cavalry from over here.
Sign. Orders. Yes, mighty lord.
Alright, get my cavalry so that'll take us up to almost a full stack.
Mighty general. Sire.
Let's fight these rebels. They ran away. Big surprise.
Orders. Prepare for battle.
Don't want them causing
Glorious
devastation.
victory. Sire.
Province.
Aye, great lord.
Go ahead and
Yes, mighty
ships
lord.
into port. Train. Good. Okay.
Sire.
Back home.
Move out. Orders.
Road to Cyrene.
Prepare for battle.
And we are
Orders. Prepare
on the
for
march
battle.
against the Gauls again. They've got more troops, but I think we can defeat them all. take we could take Lugdunum. This episode, retake.
My lead.
Tingy would be good. Got resources. We got a diplomat that talked to the Thracians. Let's go across and talk to Pontus. We have to go all the way around the Black Sea? That doesn't seem right. I guess so, because we don't have a fleet. Rivalries. An active diplomat. Just walk back out to Siwa and keep an eye on that. Active fleets. Is there anything being blockaded? Oh, we can blockade them.
Aye, great lord.
Bonk. Here we go. That should be that. Taking care of the idle resources. Down here. Rid of these reports. There's a lot more to manage in this campaign, but it's all relatively quick and easy to manage. I admit, like, not bad.
Orders?
Hey, check the building. Nope. Keep building. Thapsus is pissed off because the garrison's gone. Careless is besieged, but we can go ahead and queue up the next building. Cordoba, I'm going to focus on public order for obvious reasons. That's Asturica, Osca, Mantia, Turbo. Extra mining income. Nothing we can do in Lamonum for the moment, though. The growth is going decent for a town that was so desolate when we first took it over. Yeah, we're doing income-wise. We're at 65-12. Let's see what we pick up on this next turn. Not that much. Not swimming in income. We're doing okay. Probably because we're sieging. Oh wow, they're just bringing in reinforcements. Yeah, we're gonna need to do something about this. Oh, and they blockaded Carthage. That's part of the reason why we lost some income too there. All right.
Ready to sail. Prepare to engage.
Where in the world did they come up with this fleet? Withdraw from that fight.
Ready to sail.
Wait, what are we up against here? Like a single? Oh, there's a rather large one. Where did Gaul just suddenly show up with all these fleets? Boy, that's irritating. Fleet we have here is actually not spectacular.
Aye, great lord.
There's a good chance we could lose this one. Fortunately, we got the victory and sunk 2 of their ships in the process.
Ready to sail.
I'm gonna go ahead and sail up here and see if we can rid ourselves of this trash.
Make ready for combat.
While we're all grouped up. They sunk one of our ships, but we drove them off.
The sea is yours, great lord. I
Still get back to port and replenish. So fortunately for me, the Navy of Carthage proves itself quite a foe. Let's go trireme there while we're at it, and we're training a bireme here because that's all I can train at the moment. Let's retrain the other biremes. There we go. Still can't free up Carthage's port. That's what's hurting our income the most here. But rather than sit here and let more Julii reinforcements come, let's just go ahead and attack here. It thinks the Romans are going to win. I will make sure that they do not. So let's fight and prove it. Where the Romans are getting suddenly serious about retaking Careless. Alright.
Await my orders.
Big Julii army. And do the same old strategy though, because there's just no reason to do anything different.
Hop like mercenaries. Hop like mercenaries.
Units, stand formation. Units, Stand and fight! Move at the double!
Warrior singers! Hurry!
Cavalry! 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 Units!
We're gonna have one packed gatehouse with everybody trying to get out here.
Run!
Slingers. I told them to. There's just like they're having trouble. There we go.
Hurry, move!
Alright, let's start the battle.
Infantry! Hoplites!
Alright, here we go.
Infantry! Units!
An infantry line.
Units!
Honestly, I may just use my peltist as
Skirmishes!
not so effective light infantry. I don't need them to be terribly effective, I just need them to keep the attention of a Roman unit while my cavalry works the flank.
Cavalry! Move at the double!
Speaking of cavalry, they're kind of blocking up the gatehouse here.
General!
Here, watch this. Look at the mosh pit. This is how we get ramped up for every battle. We just get the mosh pit going. It's what happens with Rome, the physics of Rome Total War. When you're trying to cram too many people in one place, they just start flying up in the air. That's how we had the traditional popping of the peasant corn on one of my Christmas episodes. Come on, people. You can do it. I believe.
Iberian infantry!
I believe.
Move at the double! Cavalry! Units!
One more movement order to some of these units.
Iberian
Peltist.
units!
Stuck with pass fighting again. Let's try it again. There we go. Almost got everybody at the gates. We still have a few peltists over here. Come on. There we go. We got here.
Cavalry!
Alright, come on. Out here. Come on. Yeah, horse.
Shield cavalry!
Come on, get out here. I've got a cavalryman, like, literally stuck over here. I can't get him out. Him out of, okay, I got him out of there. Alright, let's move him back out here. Where's that? What unit is this? Gotta watch for this. This can happen sometimes. There you go, you got out of it. Alright, here we go. Alright, got everybody out of the gate. That's quite the ordeal as well. Gonna have some units that need to recover a bit of stamina. Say that. No, I think our infantry had time to recover. We're good. Stamina looks good. Let's hit plate, and I'm gonna get my infantry.
Units!
Hey, yeah, look at the Romans using their
Units!
triplex. Why is the name like escaping me? Like
General cavalry!
triplex ACs. There it is. All right. Hung tight for a minute there.
Units! Slingers!
Guess leave it to air to forget Roman tactics. We're actually slightly on the downhill slope here. This isn't good for the Romans. I'm going to get a nice downhill charge into them. Typically the Romans try and throw their pilla. Going to give me a great opportunity to go ahead and start one-upping them in combat. Discharge forward. Start discharging some.
Attack! Attack!
I do have.
Attack! Attack! Quickly! Kill them! Units! Attack! Attack! Attack!
Okay, let's get my two hoplite units.
Units! Phalanx formation!
Phalanx mode. Move up our cavalry. Drove back the Equites in a big hurry. We got a great charge over here, and the Romans are already absolutely falling apart. Get a massive slaughter going here. Start dropping their numbers like crazy. Alright, it's a bit of a quick mistake out here. Gonna crush that Velite. Charge into melee with these units.
This
General, let's reroute these equites. I'm gonna charge into melee with my peltist. Should put some extra pressure on the Principe right there. Excellent. Alright, the Romans are taking egregious losses at this point. And once again, the population of this settlement is going to drop some because I have to replenish troops after another giant battle. There's been no shortage of bloodshed outside Careless. Fortunately for me, it's mostly been the shedding of Roman blood. But it has cost Carthaginian lives, no doubt. On them. Kill these units. There we go. Alright. Romans got absolutely massacred. But they have another stack incoming.
Soldiers have brought you a great and
Manius Julius gets rectused. Okay, lame joke. But that's going to be the end for this episode. I think we've done well. I think we have done well indeed. We've got...
Victory!
Yep, we got them wrecked. And now we just need to do some retraining. So let's pick the units. Well, we didn't really get too many units that were terribly damaged, but... And go in order to get the most infantry back on the field. My cavalry is actually pretty healthy. I'm going to be able to retrain all but one unit. In fact, instead of retraining the one unit, no, we'll just go ahead and retrain. Should be fine. I don't think we need any additional troops. This army's not any stronger than the one they sent before. So now Careless is out of its siege, but we need to repair our fleet prior to engaging in any more combat. Hannibal's army is fully formed and is, you know what? I think we're going to just go ahead and begin the invasion.
Set sail!
I will send him reinforcements, unlike what happened in real life. I will send him reinforcements as he needs, and then of course we can always look for some mercenaries here. Grab some mercenary hoplites, and then there's some Samnite mercenaries, so let's go ahead and do that.
Orders!
We have a full stack. Hannibal is ready to roll through Italy, and our first target is going to be a Croton. Not to be confused with the salad crouton. But in any case, I think this has been a pretty good episode. Of course, we got rioting here in Massilia. We couldn't not get rioting. Let's see. Trying to put the rioting down.
Besieging settlement, sir.
Let's maintain the siege. There's a rather large Gaul army protecting the bridge crossing here. I don't really want to fight them on the bridge, but if I can keep their attention, we're going to end up winning the battle at Lugdunum and leaving them in bad position regardless, so I don't think they really want to hold that bridge for a terribly long time. I don't think that's going to be to their benefit. Oh, I could be wrong. We shall see. Nice of the AI to think strategically, though. I'll give them that. This one more building we can build there. And I do not have the cash to build anything else at the moment. Really need to get Carthage's blockade lifted, because that is losing us significant trade income.
Ready to sail! My liege!
No.
Onward!
Okay. I am going to go ahead and end one turn and just kind of see what happens here. City grows. Thapsus. Okay. I don't have the money to do anything about it at the moment. Let's go ahead and end one more turn. We are nearing Cyrene. 2 more turns. Oh, the Romans are just going to straight up attack me here. That is gutsy. But you know what? Since they were kind enough to attack me, I'm going to let you all get to see Hannibal fight his battle here. So might as well. It's going to be difficult to retrain Sacred Band, unfortunately, but I can always merge them together and just replace them with other units as we need to. Because we're not going to have any temples large enough to replenish them here. But I figured it'd be fun to have them nonetheless. So Hannibal's going to get his first big battle, and instead of being in northern Italy, it's going to be in southern Italy. How about that? We'll change the scenery. Keep things interesting.
Many brave soldiers have seen the dawn. How many will see the sun sing in the west? How many of the enemy already pray for night?
All right.
On my orders.
Here's what we're gonna do. I want formation to look like this. Hoplites in the very middle, with units getting a little weaker as we move to the flanks. So the strongest units in the middle, weaker units towards the flanks where they can be supported by the cavalry. Slingers, I'm gonna put them right up front to lay down some skirmish fire. Let's put that in back up just a hair. I'm gonna take all of my phalanx units out of phalanx so they can move at a better speed. Let's see. Go. My cavalry and wings out on the flanks. Standard formation. Bring it, Romans. I'm assuming we can get the AI to charge us a lot more reliably now because we've got a lot of slingers. That should draw them into us. Do they have an artillery crew? They do. They got a ballista back there. Not terribly worried about artillery in this game. It's pretty weak, truth be told. I am gonna get ready to phalanx charge the Romans, though. Push on through. Yep, the Romans are just gonna flat out charge me because of. Move past them. Alright, the infantry fight is not going. It's kind of caught sitting still here, though. Yeah, the infantry is getting annihilated. But hang on, how did we get a sacred band routed? By him and what army? Had mercenary hoplites not get routed? What in the world even happened? Wish I knew. Right, whatever. Hand some support to these mercenaries. We got a Libyan spearman wrapped up out there. Micromanagement is not exactly on point here. Wow, we lost that fight too. I'm really could have done much better in this fight. We wrapped up the center. Put that up over here too, just in the nick of time. Some Principe, but they've got a whole bunch of units there, so we don't want to deal with that again. Some Libyan spears. Need to get over here and help out in this fight. Get some pressure out here. I'm gonna take a lot more losses in this fight than I probably should have. I haven't done the greatest job controlling my units.
God smile upon you today. The enemy general has been killed and his men lose heart.
Right. Double back. Those are just a cavalry auxilia. It does take a lot more micromanagement to control phalanx units. I'll need to get used to that. These Principe. Principe. These Principe are getting chewed up in a phalanx. It's out of here. A quick charge here. routed.
Kill them! Cavalry!
Alright. Some big gladiator.
Slinger!
Missiles! Attack!
Units!
Alright, let's turn around here. I don't really know what's holding the Roman army together at this point. Most of their units are fleeing. A bit of a crazy battle here. I'll take gladiators out here. We're gonna need to go mop up. Okay, cleaned up this flank again. They've still got some gladiators out there running around like idiots. I'm gonna go mop up some of their routing units. When you phalanx charge, now I didn't do a very solid job of it in this battle, but when you do phalanx charge, you want to do something more like this, like where you charge your units in, and at the last second you kind of just drop your unit into phalanx once you connect with them and force them into combat. Now this can be risky. You can take some damage in the process, but it works better when your unit is going straight on, obviously, rather than, you know, charging at an angle like I am here. Regardless, we were able to do what we needed to get those gladiators to rout. I don't know what this unit's out here chasing. No, they're fleeing is what they're doing. Okay, yeah, they're fleeing. Makes sense. They probably should be fleeing. I think almost all of the Roman units are fleeing at this point. Alright, well, we took a lot more losses than I would have liked here. To be fair, our Sacred Band fared okay. They're in pretty good shape. Our Slingers are in pretty good shape. Round Shield's in pretty good shape. So, units we took damage to are probably the more replaceable units. Whereas the Romans just lost a lot. Like, a whole bunch. So I feel okay about this situation. Oh, they got some Principe trying to flee here, too. I'm going to pound them with a cavalry charge real quick. Massacre them. There's another Hastati here. Let's go ahead and massacre them as well.
Chase them from the
There we
field.
go.
Give them no rest or pity.
So that should work. Exit the battle. So it definitely took some losses there that I would have rather not taken.
And no one can argue that
But it was a fairly powerful Roman army, probably the strongest one we stood up to yet, and we still turned out quite good on the whole of that situation. I think all things considered, that is a pretty acceptable result. Proton may be unguarded unless they train some troops. Alright, we are sieged again by the Julii. I think we got our troops replenished just in the nick of time. Alright, well actually this is where we're going to pick up next time. So we've got the Gauls attacking us outside of Lugdunum. And it gives us a chance to kill their garrison as well as their army. So I'm going to leave it off here. HeirofCarthage signing out for now. Hope y'all are enjoying it. Boy, we're getting in some action now.